The people who doubted you are going to be asking you exactly how you did it in the next few months if you are ready to stop playing small in 2026. Okay. For me, I literally completely changed my life full 360 within the past 6 months from these steps. If you are ready to actually activate your full potential, whether that is with content creation, whether that is starting your own business, whether that is being a writer, whatever it is that you have in your soul and in your spirit that you absolutely love doing on a consistent basis and that you know you should be doing full time, this is for you. Your doubters, your naysayers, the haters, people who are in your head from your family to fake friends to people online, etc., are going to keep putting that in your head that you cannot do what you want to do, and they're going to keep making you doubt yourself, and this is your reminder to not let that stop you. Okay, do not let that stop you. I went from literally 6 months ago working in a job that I hated. And I was only in that job because I stopped working in my business that I had, which was Airbnb business. I quit that, went back into the corporate world because I needed some stability. That was the biggest mistake of my life, but I did it because of what I was being told in my ear, that I needed stability, I needed security. Let go of entrepreneurship, let go of your creativity. That's not going to get you to where you need to be in life, etc. And I let that be my downfall for a few months. And thank God that God took me out of there to now put me in my passion, put me in my creativity, and put me in my purpose, which is content creation. Okay. I did a full 360 change in 6 months, and so can you. I don't know what it is that is on your heart, what it is that you're working on, but I want you to follow that. All right. For me, it's always been content creation. Before doing my Airbnb business, before having a job, I always have been a content creator, whether or not I even knew that I was meant to do it as a job. And we're not even going to call it a job, like doing it as a career to where I can make money off of it. I can get so many open opportunities, so many new doors, so many new things have opened in my life ever since taking content creation seriously and putting my whole entire energy into it and not letting anybody or anything stop me. Okay. Content creation has completely changed my life in the aspects of being able to have gone on free vacations from my content creation. That is something that my heart has yearned for so long, to be able to do content from traveling. And traveling is my number one passion. That's the thing that I absolutely love. And this year, literally in the past 2 months, I got 3 or 4 different collaborations to go out of town on vacation completely comped. Okay. Cabo San Lucas, and then a few cabin road trips, which was amazing and the most amazing experience to know that from my creations, from my passions, and from the things that I love to do, I was able to secure things that go and amplify the things that I already had in my mind, my dreams, my aspirations. It amplified it to make it a reality. Okay. Content creation is my vessel to make my dreams into a reality. Okay. For you, it might be music, it might be art, it might be writing, it might be acting, etc. Anything. I don't care what it is. Painting, singing, dancing, whatever your passion is, and do not let people tell you that your passion is unrealistic or it's oversaturated or whatever. No, it's not. Because guess what? There's only one you out here in this world. I don't care if there's 1,000 people that are copying you, that are trying to be you, or who have done the things that you have done, and you feel like, okay, there's already a million people doing this. I'm not going to be able to stand out. I'm not going to be able to have any success from it because so many people are already doing it. Get that out of your mind. Okay. You are one of one. All right. If you are actually someone who is authentic, who actually has a voice, who actually does things, and you go to the beat of your own drum, okay, you're not a sheep. You are the lone wolf. You've always been the black sheep in the herd, right? If that is you, like myself, you have a gift, okay? It doesn't matter how many other people do something similar to you, they will not be able to replicate what you do, okay? So keep that in your mind whenever you're thinking of your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. No one is me, okay? I am different. Now, aside from vacations, to be able to get content creation clients. So I've been able to help other people's businesses flourish and grow from my content. right? So that is an even more beautiful thing to me, where yes, amazing that I've gotten free vacations. I get free gifts all the time sent in my mail. Every single day I'm getting mail like it's Christmas of gifts. And it's the most amazing, beautiful, cool thing. But you know what's even more amazing and what's even more cool is getting to help other people succeed even more based off of my creations and based off of my passion, right? So me collaborating with other businesses gets their business out there, gets the views out there for them, gets them new clients, new customers. I've had multiple videos go viral, over 100K, over 50K virality with engagement through the roof. And why is that? A lot of people say, you know what, social media is oversaturated, content is oversaturated, influencers are oversaturated. No one really cares about, what influencers are posting, et cetera, anymore. And that is not true, right? There are influencers who have 100,000 followers. Mind you, I have 18,000 followers, or 19,000 now. Only 19,000. And guess what? I was getting collaborations before even being at 19,000. So you do not need to have a certain number. And then, as well as that, just because you have a certain number doesn't mean that you're going to get the results. Okay. It's all about who you are, what you stand for, how your creativity is different to others, and how you use your voice and your uniqueness to stand out in the crowd. Because yes, every single thing can be oversaturated. Every single dream that an individual has can be considered oversaturated. But whenever you are able to stand out in the crowd, that's what's going to make it different. And that's what's going to open doors for you that doesn't open for other people. And that is why being authentic is the number one key. Okay. So that is the biggest thing that I want you to take from this. Be yourself. Be authentic. I don't care how many people tell you to follow the flow, be like everyone else, do what's trending, do what's a niche, do this and that, follow whatever is going viral right now. No, I don't follow trends. I literally do not have videos where I'm following a trend of doing a certain dance, doing a certain whatever. I don't do that. I do what is right for me, what feels authentic to me, and what is fun and creative for me. And that's what you need to do with whatever you are doing in your life. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to remind you of is the biggest key is your confidence, okay? You can be the smartest person in the room, you can be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't have that confidence, if you don't have that energy where you know who you are and you know what you bring to the table in every single room that you step in, you are going to lose and miss out on opportunities, okay? You need to, first of all, before chasing after your dreams, work on your mindset, okay? That is the number one thing that I had to do before reaching my goals. Because if I hadn't worked on my mindset, I would not be where I am right now. Okay. I absolutely would not. I would still be in that job because I was scared of failing again, because I was scared of being in a position where I was going to struggle financially. I was scared. I was scared. I was scared. Okay. And that is not the mindset, and that is not the energy that's going to produce abundance. That's not the energy that's going to produce creativity. When you're living in a mindset of lack, of fear, of doubt, of letting people's opinions control you, I used to literally have fear of like, I don't want to share, I don't want to share my voice on content, on my content, because I'm embarrassed of my voice, or oh, I don't want to talk about the things that I like to do or the places that I like to go because people are going to think that I'm just trying to be something that I'm not. Like, I'm not an influencer, I'm not this and that. I've always been known as the business girl, so it's going to be weird to now switch to doing things that are just fun and creative and things that I enjoy. But guess what? F that. Okay. You do not need to put yourself in your own cage and your own box for the rest of your life based off of other people's opinions that you think they think of you. And 9 times out of 10, people are not even thinking of you in that certain way. You are just putting those projections that you have from the demons in your head and saying that other people are going to think that. And that's not true. It's not always true. And even if it is, even if people are going to question you and wonder, who does she think she is? Like, how is she going to hop from this to that? And, why is she talking about this? She doesn't know, enough about this, or, oh, she's known for doing this. Why is she now switching to that? I've literally switched routes so many times in my life that people 9 times out of 10 probably cannot even keep up with the amount of things that I've done. Okay. I've literally gone from drop shipping to Forex to multi-level marketing to selling hair care products that I made in my kitchen, literally hair care products, to doing a clothing line, a jewelry line. Right now, I just started also a clothing and jewelry line to go and coincide with my personal brands that I'm building currently on social media. Because guess what? I am not a one faceted woman. Okay. I'm a multifaceted woman who has multiple things that I love to do, who has multiple ways that I like to express mine and put it on your heart to go after those desires, to go after those creativities. And you're just going to put yourself in a cage because you're afraid of other people's opinions. Seriously, their opinions do not pay you. Their opinions are not going to kill you. And so it really does not matter. That's exactly how you have to go after everything in your life. That if it's not going to kill me, like literally it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter if it's not going to pay me, or it's not going to kill me. It doesn't matter. Like, it does not. I'm blessed to have so much freedom and be in a healthy relationship. Why would I limit myself and limit my goals and limit the things that I could be doing right now with my free time just based off of other people's opinions or fear? That is despicable. Like, that is just a waste of potential. And I want you to think about that whenever you're thinking about your goals, your dreams, the things that you're working on. Like, you should never throw away your dreams because of fear. Okay. And so I want you to remember that. Now, when you decide to go all in on yourself, when you decide to really put in all of the energy towards your goals, your creativity, your discipline, the things that you want to do, and you stop caring about other people's opinions, you stop caring about the doubt that's in your mind, you stop caring about the fear that's in your head, okay, and you go all in, you're going to be unrecognizable. And you're going to have to leave some people behind who doubt you and who make you question yourself. You're going to have to change the things that you listen to online. Okay. You're going to have to unfollow certain people, certain pages that are negative. Okay. Things that fill your mind with doubt, with drama, with negativity, etc. Get rid of it and fill your mind with positivity, with things that are going to uplift you, with things that are going to keep you disciplined, with things that are going to keep you in line to your goals. All right. With discipline, with confidence, and when you've worked on all of these things to make sure that you are your best self, your goals and dreams are literally going to start flowing in like crazy, as they did for me, because you are now the person who is ready to have them. Okay. If you have not done the inner work for yourself, it's going to be very, very hard for you to attain your goal. I want you to think about all the people who you look up to, all the people who you love to follow on social media, who are, whether they're celebrities, influencers, streamers, etc. All these people decided one day to stop caring about other people's opinions, to do whatever they needed to do, no matter whether it was embarrassing for them or not, to step out against the grain and do whatever it takes to reach their success. Okay. And I want you to remember that every single time that you are questioning yourself. The people who are going to have success in life are the ones who are willing to do the hard things, are the ones who are willing to do the things that are scary, that are hard at first. But guess what? Once you get through the hard and the scary, it comes as second nature. And then everything that you want to do in your dreams are going to come to life, okay? Because you are now the person who is able to hold that, and you are now the person who has let go of the system that is created to keep you down, to keep you doubting yourself, to keep you in line, to keep you in check, to keep you outside of your creativity, okay? And we don't want that because we're in 2026. It's time to tap into our full potential. It's time to tap into our creativity. When you're doing something that you actually love, that you genuinely enjoy doing, it's never going to feel like a task. It's never going to feel like a chore. It's never going to feel like a job. Okay. And you, once you finally feel that in whatever you're doing, you know that you're on the right path, and you know that you are in the place that you're supposed to be in life, and life is only going to keep getting better and better and better and better. More opportunities, more money, more abundance, better people in your life, better everything. Okay. If you are ready for that, then you really have to go all in on yourself. And I want you to speak that out loud right now. I'm going to go all in on myself in 2026 because I have no option. I have no other option. Am I going to live a mediocre life? Am I going to live a life of literally regret? Am I going to live a life where I'm going to look back and be like, wow, I can't believe that I did not go after my dreams at 20 years old because I was afraid of people's opinions, or I was afraid of fear, or I was very afraid of rejection, etc. If you haven't gone through rejection, if you haven't gone through hurdles in life, if you have not gone through losing everything and getting it back, you've not lived life, okay? And that's also another thing. You have to be willing to lose it all. You have to be willing to literally lose it all in order to get to where you want to be in life. If you have not gone through many difficult times, unfortunately, it's going to be even harder actually for you to go after your dreams because you're too comfortable. Okay? If you are too comfortable, you are not going to fully go after your dreams. And that's why sometimes you do have to make yourself uncomfortable. You do have to go out against the grain and be like, okay, what are the things that are keeping me on a pacifier? Like, what are the things that are keeping me pacified? What are the things that are keeping me feeling like a child where I am okay, I'm comfortable, I'm safe, and I don't have to do too much? And guess what? Those things are going to keep you as a tiny, it's going to keep you at your minimum, okay? The things that keep you so comfortable and so safe, and you've had this type of like security and safety all of your life, or the past few years, or whatever it is, whether that's a job, whether that's a relationship, whether that's your family, whether that's whatever it is, okay? Everybody has a different circumstance, but if you have something that literally helps you to stay in your safe zone to where you don't have to push yourself, I want you to challenge yourself to let that go. Okay? Let it go for a little bit. Let it go. Let yourself struggle a little bit. Let yourself have things that are difficult in your life, because without challenges, you're not going to reach your full potential. When you're always in the shallow waters, you're never going into the deep end. You're going to continue getting shallow results. You're going to continue getting minimal results. Versus if you're actually ready to throw yourself out in the deep end and say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go after it. And I am going to know that if I don't make it, who cares? I will start over and I will do it again, and I will do it better until I make it. Okay? Until I know how to freaking deep dive like an Olympic swimmer, I am not giving up, and I'm not going to let somebody keep putting rubber floaties on me, because the rubber floaties are only going to keep me in the shallow end. And I want to go in the deep end, because the deep end is where I will have my full success, where I will have all of the money that I can get to, all of the abundance that I can get to, where I will meet the most amazing people. Okay? And where I will meet the most amazing opportunities. All right. So stop letting life be so easy for you as well. And for those of you who have had a very difficult and hard life, guess what? That's a freaking blessing. Okay. I've had a difficult and hard life, and now I'm on the other side where I'm able to see and reflect on those hard situations and those hard times where I made six figures in my business and I lost it all. And I had to go back to working in a $20 an hour job. Okay. And that is the biggest probably ego death that most people my age have not gone through. That most people at 25 years old have not gone through that, where they were known for this amount of success and then they had to lose it all and start all the way the F over. Okay. And that is humiliating. That is an ego death. That is something that you feel like you will never be able to come back from. But guess what? I came back from it. And now I'm literally showing up as the person that I'm meant to be. And I'm going to not get emotional right now. I'm going to try not to get emotional right now. Okay. I'm going to try not to get emotional right now, but all the losses are for a purpose. Okay. Every single one of your losses, I don't care what it is, whether that's a loss in your job, a loss in a business that you've done, a loss in being in a toxic relationship like I was in the past as well, that broke me and tore me down more than what I was, okay? More than the low point that I was, it took me all the way down to hell, okay? And guess what? God snatched me right back out of there. Snatch me right back out of there. Joanna, this is not for you. Get out of here. You have better things to do. You have better people to see. You have better people to meet. You have an amazing relationship now that you were meant to go through this BS because you didn't want to listen. And now, guess what? I put you in this healthy relationship with someone who supports you, someone who loves you, and someone who shows you that you are meant for more, right? And same thing, Joanna, you got too attached to the money. You got too attached to the success, and you let that be your definition of who you are when that is not the only thing that you are. Start defining yourself based off of the money that you have. God is going to snatch that right up as well, because he does not want you to define yourself by the materials in your life. He wants you to define yourself by the person that you are, the characteristics that you hold, the way that you treat people, the value that you bring into this world. Okay. And once you start moving that like that, with that energy, with that power, with that fire, that like this that you feel right here, I know that you feel this through this phone, okay? That is when all of the opportunities are going to keep opening for you. All of the best things are going to keep happening for you. Money is going to flow naturally because you don't care about it anymore. You care about who am I and how do I feel about myself every single day when I wake up and every single day when I go to sleep. If I love it, then amazing. If I'm doing things that are going to help other people, that's literally all that matters. Okay, if I am making someone else smile, if I'm making someone else's day by the things that I'm doing, then that is the goal. Okay, the goal is not how can I flex on people? Okay, how can I show people that I made it? Because guess what, no one cares actually that you made it, first of all. Like literally no one cares that you made it, especially when you're not doing anything to benefit others. All right, so keep that in your mind as well. And that is something that my old self had to learn. When you come from a difficult background and you finally reach that financial success, you let that define you. And that is the biggest mistake that you can make in your life. Do not make that mistake. Okay. Money does not define you. What you have in your bank account does not define you. It's what you have in your heart, what you have in your soul. How do you treat people? How do you value people? How do you bring value to this world? How do you spread positivity to this world? If you're not doing any of that and all you care about is your own image, the things that you can get out of this world, the things that you can get out of people, you're not going to go far. Okay, you're just not. And people can read right through it. Okay, because people do not like inauthenticity, and that is the main point of this whole video, is to stay authentic, stay true to yourself, speak about things that you know can help others, that you know will bring happiness to others. Okay, and stay in the lane of things that you are actually passionate about. Don't force yourself to be someone that you are not just because you want to make a dollar. Okay, like for me, for instance, I'm not that much of a makeup girl. So I am not over here creating content about my makeup tutorials, what makeup products I love, da 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 da. No, I'm an experience girl. I love experiences. I love living life. I love getting out, trying new things. So that is what my content is around. And I also love mindset things. So that's what my content is around. It's about upgrading your mindset. It's about being the best woman that you can be day in and day out. It's about going out and living life and having different experiences with the people that you love in your life. So I'm doing videos that are about literally reviews of vacations, reviews of amazing new restaurants, reviews of amazing activities that you can do to tap into your creativity, to tap into the things that make you feel good. Okay. And that brings joy to people. And that is why I continue to get the success that I've been getting. And that is what you have to remind yourself. If you want to be a content creator, or if you want to start a business, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that it's something that you are actually passionate about. Not that you're just talking about things because you want to make a buck, because you want to get some followers, because you want to get some views, or because you want to make some sales in your business. Okay, don't do things because of because of lack. Okay, don't do things out of lack. Do things out of your wholeness, your pureness, the things that you love, and things will come to you. Like literally opportunities will flow to you. As I've said it multiple times in this video, opportunities, money, the right people, everything will flow to you when you are being authentic, when you are being true to yourself, and when you're doing things that you actually love. All right. Now, I know that that was a lot, but I feel like honestly, I needed to hear that as a reminder to myself, and you need to hear that as a reminder to yourself, based off of the things and the goals that you are working on in 2026. This is your reminder. Stay authentic, stay true to yourself, work on your confidence, work on your inner work yourself first before putting out what you are ready to put out into this world. Remember to not let other people's opinions or other people's doubts or other people's literally demons that's coming into your brain affect you. Okay, always be true to yourself, always do things that are from your heart. All right, do not chase a dollar. Do not chase virality. Chase what God wants you to chase, which is being yourself, which is being a good person, which is spreading love, spreading positivity, and sharing your gifts, your personal gifts, not the gifts that you see other people sharing online that you want to copy and do the same as. No, do what is meant for you. Okay. And everything else will fall in line. Everything else will come to you because it's meant to come to you. All right. Now, I hope that this literally will change your life. I know it will, because you already know that if you become your true self, if you let your authentic self flow through in 2026, you already know that your life is just going to get so much better. It's hard and life is hard, but guess what? It's even harder when you try to be something that you're not or someone that you're not. Life gets so much easier when you're authentic and when you're yourself and when you do things that you love, okay? And everything else will flow and fall in line. And I just want that to be your biggest reminder. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and share it for whoever you think might need this. Share this to them, subscribe. I'm going to be dropping some more videos. I always know that I'm saying like, okay, I'm going to be super consistent, but 2026 is really the year that I want to be consistent on YouTube, okay? So if you liked this video, if you want more videos like this, let me know. I'll drop more. I also want to start doing like some vlogs on here, like whether that's travel vlogs or daily vlog, you know, like day in the life type of vlogs, and just talking to you guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.